Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I apologize, it's been a minute since I've done any videos and I'm running out of daylight, so I'm going to try and keep it brief because it's getting dark on me and it's Saturday night and we were shelling corn and stuff. Always something. But I'm going to do another experiment tonight on the regenerative side. So we have Walnut Hollow POV. I decided to start doing Walnut Hollow Regenerative, where we're experimenting with regenerative practices on the farm. I'm experimenting. That is largely conventional. I want to try some regenerative things. So I have my great-grandfather's 1940 Farmall M hooked up to a new purchase that I bought. So Walnut Hollow Company LLC bought a Alice Chalmers 4-row no-till planter. Interesting fact, so I bought it from a guy who we rent ground from. This is the first, to my knowledge and what I was told, the first no-till corn planter in Lancaster County. In 1974, he bought this new. It's an Alice Chalmers planter. So it has the no-till coulter. Touch the screen, there we go. Has the no-till coulter in the front. He has Yetter row cleaners installed on the in front of the row unit. And here's the row unit. So it gets the seed boxes put here, and the seed box is driven by the closing wheels. Closing wheels could be a potential issue for me, but we'll find out. Unfortunately, I went to bring it home and it was too low, and I actually had to use ratchet straps to jack up the row units. And my experiment is I want to know, can I plant through Hairy Vetch without it wrapping up? I was going to use this tractor, except my hydraulics are froze up. So the only other tractor that's small that I can use is running the auger of the truck up there that's currently dumping a load of corn. So as soon as Dad's done with that, we're gonna pull the pin on the M, hook up the 574 so we have hydraulics to lift and lower. And I actually, for experimental purposes in our garden that my wife and I planted this year, since we got married, we decided this year we're gonna throw up a garden. I planted Hairy Vetch just for the heck of it, to see what the life cycle was like on it, because I wanted to try to plant it as a cover crop. Across the road, the experimental, it was called Maize Pro DT that we planted, has Hairy Vetch in it as well. And I bought this to experiment with planting into that. However, I want to try it out because we just got a few frosts, but while the Hairy Vetch is alive and well, I want to drop this planter on the ground with the hydraulics and see if these row cleaners wrap, or if they will be able to, if I can roll down through it and drop seeds. We're gonna find out. Stay tuned. Thank you guys. Alright, so we are in what is my embarrassment of a garden. But here's what I did. This is actually okra, believe it or not. This right here is vetch. And it's like, oh, hold on, maybe I can hold the light and lift. It's a mat. Like it's gonna be a disaster to plant through, potentially. So here's what I did. I planted this regular, and up here I think I planted it with rye, which it didn't work out anyway. But I wanted to see if it would stand any differently, but that's the vetch. So all I'm trying to do, and I don't think there's any vetch back here. There's some. So I just planted a skinny little row of it, and it's in all these tall weeds. But proof of concept, can we plant through this stuff without it wrapping up on the row cleaners? So I'm gonna go out here where it's not as bad. So right here's the end of it. I'm just going to plant, sorry, I gotta hold the camera. I'm gonna plant across the row and see what it does. If it works, then I'm gonna plant down the row and just see if it wraps it up or what the heck it does. So the object of concern is these guys. These are the opening, the row cleaners, Yetter row cleaners. And I want to make sure it's not going to wrap on these. So sorry, I was covering it up, but let's see what they do. Okay, well that was a success. I'm very, very happy with that. Now let's go take a look and see what the cutting job looks like. Now there was a mound of dirt there, so I'll give it a little grace. This is a terrible sample, but this does prove concept a little bit that it doesn't wrap the vetch up. I'm so excited. So now we're gonna go down the row and try it. I might actually go to the other end and come this way so I can put the camera on the same row cleaner and see, because look at this stuff. It's like if I just take my fingers and stick it into it, it's the type of thing from horror stories, if you're a planter operator, that can cause nightmares, really. So let's get into it. Let's try it the other way. Well, that's what they said would happen. Oh boy, it did exactly what they said it would do. So it did work a little bit going just across it, but man, oh man, this is gonna be a nightmare. So we might need to put a scraper on the unit. There you can see the seed bed. Now I don't have any down pressure on the closing wheels, so it's not a closed seed bed, but it's cutting it nicely. Alright, we went across it twice, and here's my conclusion. Where I planted vetch and it was not weed infested out here, look at the beautiful job it did. And actually this one, I actually locked the row down. It actually did a really nice job of opening that seed bed up to just a bare soil trench. However, once you get in here where the weeds are, which is going to be the case in a mix cover crop, once you get in where the weeds were, it wants to wrap. And I'm thinking maybe if we modify it by putting a roller, a drum, or something that slices the cover crop like a triple disc, like one here, one here, one here, or even just 2 discs to go with the no-till collar. I don't know what the answer is, but I have this entire toolbar right here that has nothing attached. I have a little bit of room here. So maybe if I put some kind of a disc assortment here, might benefit. I don't know. So stay tuned. We'll see what we come up with.